Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my video for the new 6-man warrior quest. This is the second area. So yes, we fight the U5 boss again, and I believe that whale boss was Butts when he first dropped. I think it was his burst. Sorry, when his burst first dropped. So this fight has many mechanics. I'll try and explain it as we go along. So right off the bat, you notice that I'm actually taking a HP poison, and that HP poison is it's a field effect. It is related. It is linked to the Yuffie boss, the skeleton horses and the guy on the chariot. You know, him, whatever his name is. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his name at all. And he has quite a few mechanics, and I believe it is. I mean, you can see the different thresholds, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter whether I say it's like 79, 88 or 80%. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys can figure it out. But to me, the whale is the more annoying boss, because at about 79%, he will actually put up an aura that reduces, or rather swaps the HP regen to HP damage instead. So yeah, if you're running someone like Gladio or someone that has passive HP regen, then I suggest that you switch him out for someone that doesn't have during that point of the fight. And I believe at about 20% he does it again. So yes, you got to make sure that you're not always at 1% health when the boss is out. Which is why I'm actually trying to kill him as fast as possible. You'll see later during the burst sequence that I actually really just focus on him right there. And oh yes, these bosses are also paralyzed and launch immune, so you can just forget about Sirin launching them. But they are not immune to Ramuh's paralyze. There's a unique debuff. So that's a very good way to counter one of the chariot boss mechanic, because at a certain threshold he actually gets rid of that poison aura, that poison field aura, and he will actually replace it with a counter aura. So whenever you do a move on him, he will actually counter it with Ruin, I believe. And from the way I understand how Ruin works, is it actually lowers your your buff duration, so it's something like a counter to Gladio, and it also causes like a numb effect that Reno has. So whenever you take a turn, you will delay the turn that you're taking later on, and it delays by 1, so it works exactly like how numb would normally work. So my strategy for this fight is actually very simple. Just try and build up the gauge with Lunafreya, and then go crazy with Machina. Machina has the Word of Light Call. I believe you guys just saw it not so long ago. That is to actually prevent all the counters, and also when he does that I think it's called deep freeze or total freeze, something to do with freezing. I'm pretty sure there's a HP damage involved with it as well, so it kind of stops that as well. And Lunafreya, I'm actually running a Lena. In fact, I'm only gonna name calls that are very important to me in my opinion, which is the Word of Light call, which prevents us from dying, and the Lunafreya, sorry, not the Lunafreya call, the Lena call on Lunafreya. And the reason why I say that is very important is because of this skill that I'm about to use is Windrake Ward, and or rather buff called Windrake Ward, and that's to dodge that debuff, to make ourselves immune to that debuff. And these bosses actually applies very annoying debuffs. For example, the chariot boss will apply Ruin, and he will also apply paralyze. So I'm pretty sure Lena actually helps to avoid that. And the whale boss actually applies poison on top of all the field effects that's going on. So yeah, there's a lot of debuffs, a lot of field effects going on for this fight. So I suggest that if you can, just focus down on one boss first, whichever you feel that is the priority, and then when the boss is low enough, then you might want to switch your target. For me, the main priority is the whale because of his mechanic. I hate having to invert or having my HP regen bit inverted, so yeah, I'm trying to get rid of that. So you can't really see the effect right here now, but I believe Machina triggers all of it in the burst sequence. And right now actually I actually kind of miscalculated a bit, because I wanted to do the awakening into the FR gauge. So the first turn of the awakening I would have done the FR gauge, and then the other two turns is basically to just charge up the gauge high enough such that when it's Machina's turn he can just immediately burst. That was the plan. But what I should have done was just use awakening twice, on hindsight at least. But yeah, I needed the FR gauge to be a little bit more, I mean I needed to be 100%, it was a little bit off, so I should have just done awakening twice, and I believe that would have been enough to charge the gauge for Luna Freya to just straight up use her FR. And this is the move that I'm talking about, Absolute Zero. I knew it had something to do with freezing. So at 79% that's when everything changes. Absolute Zero occurs, and also it applies paralyze and one other debuff I can't remember. But with Lena's help, we are able to avoid that. So there we go, this is the counter aura time. And I believe he actually pushed the Wind Drake off Luna Freya, which is why she has Ruin on her now. But yeah, when I say push, I mean like he reduced the buff duration to the point where it expired, and that's why Luna Freya has a debuff on her. And right now the whale, he actually inverted the HP regen, so yeah, Machina's gonna be at 1 HP for I believe 2 or 3 attacks before he actually switched it back to normal, and then Machina just regens it back. So it's kind of weird. If you're not sure what mechanic is going on here and there, then I suggest you just pay a little bit more attention to the text on top, because it's actually a very good indicator. Like right there, you actually saw that it said HP regen is possible or something like that, HP restoration, whatever. That basically means that yeah, you can regen again. So there we go, Machina's back at full health. A very extreme from 1 health to full health. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the entire fight, I would say. The boss actually does anyway, back to the HP sap again, the inversion, and also back to the HP poison. You cannot die from the poison and the HP inversion, but running yourself at 1 HP and letting the boss go might be a little bit dangerous. So I suggest you just play around with the inversions and the HP poison. So right here I felt that I really needed to kill the whale, which is why I really focused every single one of the turns on the whale. But if you feel like or you've done more damage than what I've done, then you might actually want to swap your focus to the chariot boss and just really focus him down more, because you saw that, look at it, the whale is at 1% HP. So I felt that in fact he's dead. I felt that I could have focused maybe 1 or 2 of the beginning attacks on the chariot boss, such that I can well, he'll be lower health when I come out of the burst sequence. And yeah, I'm not sure how Luna Freya actually managed to dodge the debuff. Maybe Wing Drake Ward is still up, but I'm not sure why she got the debuff if it is up. And why Machina doesn't have it, I'm not sure at all. I'm not sure exactly how and why the mechanic works that way. So the name of the game right now is to basically just build up the FR gauge again and just try and kill the boss. The mistake I made was not using Luna Freya's FR gauge. I used Reno's instead, and the reason why I used Reno was because I thought that, you know what, I wanted to make a counter team, so you know, Reno's FR is really good for counter teams. So yeah, that's the reason why I actually tried Reno's FR instead. On hindsight, I would have just stuck with Luna Freya. I'm pretty sure you would have ended the boss way faster, and you know, the video would be so long. That's it. Went into summon, I didn't want him to keep countering our team. Look at our health. I mean, another counter would have just killed us. So yeah, went into the Ramu summon, and then I realized something really funny, and that was that Reno's FR doesn't really go well with people that can paralyze, especially if the boss isn't able to counter. Oh, not counter, because Reno's FR doesn't really. I think he has to take a proper turn and not counter for the gauge to go up. So yeah, you know, kind of wish I knew that before going into the fight. But yeah, you know, you live and you learn, right? But so guys, yeah, use the Reno FR if you don't. The boss is not paralyzed. He's not doing his counter stance, and he's gonna take lots of turns after you use the FR, because I couldn't get a FR gauge to really go very high. I only managed to get it to maybe 200 or 300% only, and that was it, because of how many times our team was going, even though I had the, you know, the delay debuff on them. But you know, at the end of the day, I still managed to finish this fight. I even triggered the FR by accident, because if you look at it now, it's at 95, and if I had used Luna Freya's FR right here, you have made the fight so much easier. But no, you know, for the life of me, I have no idea why I wanted to use Reno's one instead. But you know, at least you guys get to see what the boss does when he go into his fourth time. He basically just freezes everyone until he takes a turn, and then yeah, that's it. Very similar to the Shiva mechanic, where she freezes everyone, and then you know, everybody just wastes one turn each, and then she goes and everybody just gets unfreeze. So yeah, you know, just very simple a freeze mechanic. Also, the HP set, the poison field that the boss puts up, it actually counts towards the HP. So you gotta be a little bit more careful, because I believe the HP threshold is pretty high, such that I think one character can die, but you still be able to manage to to finish the fight within the 350,000. Sorry, not 350, 35,000. Yeah. The only issue is that you can't get the first you know, quest requirement. The quest the stage quest, you know, the first one where they say clear without getting killed. You guys know what I'm saying. Yeah, so even so, if a character die, then yeah, you can't get that. But anyway, like, look at it. I thought I had, you know, 7 turns, 192%. I shouldn't have an issue bringing the boss or killing the boss, right? Nope. Even within that 6 turns of the FR gauge being up, I am not able to do 12%. Think of that. I'm not able to do 12%. I'm not sure why exactly. It could be because of that you know, brave recovery issue that I'm facing, and that's another one of the boss mechanic, by the way. So yeah, that's another fun mechanic that we have to deal with. On hindsight, I should put up the Wall of Light Call just so that, you know, I wouldn't die. But I wasn't really looking at the boss's first time. I was more worried about my own, and I was like, you know what? I have 4 HP dumps with all the counters. I should be able to finish this fight, right? Nope, not at all. Preach is gonna do very sad damage right here. I should not have pressed the button. Should have known better. Look at that. It was 138k. It was supposed to have another digit at the back, but yeah, 188k is very disappointing. So yeah, guys, I think I'm just gonna end the recording right here. You guys are going to see how I fail to use this FR gauge miserably, and how the boss FR time works. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
強く